Happy 2024, everyone. I hope you had a lovely New Year's, lovely holiday season. I'm really excited to get back into making videos and streaming again. I gotta say, I got a good feeling about this year. Like, this is gonna be the year we really turn things around. You know, we make amends. We're gonna start off fresh. We're gonna wipe the slate clean. It's gonna be a good one. I just got this feeling. So, yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if there's anything cool on YouTube today. Guys, I messed up. Wow, I got so called out. And then a day later, one of the biggest DST YouTubers amplified the call out and added their own. I'm really surprised to see this incident resurface after 3 years. And because of the weird timing, I've had to resist the urge to question the motives here, especially from someone who clearly spent over a year researching the incident. And now there's lots of anger. I know what it feels like to live with anger. And from the recent YouTube comments I've been getting, I'd imagine many of you do too. Before I jump in, I just want to say at the outset that I have been made aware of Beard's ongoing issues with harassment. Nobody deserves to be harassed. Not even the people that we disagree with. And I know that the response to this is going to be, oh look, Jazzy's trying to take the moral high ground again. But know that when I give my take, I'm trying very hard to do it respectfully. And I know I don't always succeed in that, but I'm trying. There are going to be bad actors in any controversy, but that is not a good enough reason for me to stay silent. I'm not trying to start a war, but I will speak my mind on my own channel, and I will be honest with my viewers. Because some of you weren't around at the time James and I put out our videos, I'll fill you in briefly. Basically, Beard put out a 2-part video. Now, the first part of the video was inviting artists of his community to send artworks in consideration for a showcase that he was going to publish. Now, I thought this was an awesome idea. You know, it's like viewer appreciation, giving back to the community. It was great, and I know a lot of artists were excited to be a part of it. Now, the rest of this 7-minute video was an open invitation for artists to make channel artwork for use on his platforms, and this included profile icons, animated icons, profile banners, and channel emotes on platforms like Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Discord. I'm going to share some personal stuff with you here. I am a professional musician by trade. Music is my love. Music is my life. I have a wife and daughter, and playing music is how I provide for them. In my 20 years of being a professional artist, I have been asked countless times to play for free. Once I got invited to play for this really extravagant birthday party for a Broadway songwriter, and my only reward was to be the pleasure of performing with a handful of celebrities. Once I got asked by a local politician to put together a string quartet to play for free for their local fundraiser. You know, I was in high school at the time. I was really excited to be a part of it. They knew that because of my inexperience, I was excited to do it for free. I have been asked to cross the picket line for music productions that are in active dispute with the musicians' union. I have seen the manipulation of artists firsthand. I have skin in this game. My general take on this is pretty straightforward, too. If you ask an artist to work, you should be prepared to pay them for that work. And my experiences have left me with an acute bias and sensitivity in that regard. And when I saw a DST creator invite his entire community to submit artwork with very specific guidelines like dimensions and theme with no mention of compensation, it upset me. And you can hear that in my video. It was the exact same situation I've seen played out countlessly in my life. I shared this thought with other YouTubers, and there was pretty widespread agreement that this was not a great way to procure artwork. Now, I was hopeful that this was done in ignorance, not malice or intentional manipulation. Best case scenario is Beard was just completely clueless why his invitation was inherently predatory. I wanted to reach out, but unfortunately, I had no direct line of communication with Beard. He had blocked my YouTube comments, banned me from his Discord, and blocked me from DMs. I never actually got a documented reason why I was banned. It just happened one day. So I had no way of reaching out. And when James asked me to join him in speaking out about this, I felt that because of my personal experiences with this issue, I had some unique insights to contribute. And honestly, looking back now, I'm not sure how else I could have better conveyed how I was feeling. But I do know, as I did now, that this issue did need to be addressed. So I made the video, I said my piece, and now, over 3 years later, Beard has finally responded. And it took no real inspiration other than the video from a person with truly no skin in the game. Frankly, it doesn't matter who this person is because they gave Beard the vindication that he needed. So for posterity, let me reiterate what I said on the video. Asking artists to work for free is wrong. Art has value, and artists have value. The entire submission process was akin to an art contest that only rewards the winners while benefiting the host financially. But most of all, I wanted to try to empower artists and get them to see the value of their work and have them be a little wary of efforts to have them work for free, because this is something that every artist is going to encounter. It is true that Beard paid the artist for the artwork he chose from the collection that was submitted. I think that was good. It was the right thing. Would have been nice if he mentioned it in the announcement video, but yes, he did pay the artists that he used. My issue is the fact that so many people were submitting art for branding and not being paid. That goalpost has not moved despite what he's been saying. And this isn't stuff that would have just been lying around in an artist portfolio. This was branding specifically tailored to his product. And even if you don't call this a competition, at the end of the day, there are winners and losers. The ones chosen got paid and their artwork put on the channel. The ones not chosen did not get paid. If that's not a competition, I don't really know what is. It would have been much less problematic for me if Beard had asked artists to submit stuff that they've already worked on, and then he could look at the different styles and select a few for commissions. But once people started designing like specific logos and emotes for him, the best thing to do would have been to pay for all the submissions. And this could have happened over the course of years. He said himself that he wanted to circulate artwork in his channel, and this could have been a great way of eventually incorporating all of those submissions, and it would take away the complaint that he, paid for stuff that he didn't use. I think any of these scenarios would have been better. This is my opinion now, as it was 3 years ago. And honestly, it's hard to know how to walk the line with opinions, especially when people are asking you for your opinion on things. I'm of the mind that if you want to know, I should tell you, whether you agree or not. I feel like I owe that to the community to be open with you and honest with myself. But I will reiterate that I don't condone harassment on any of my platforms. My mods are super attentive to conversations about other content creators. We acknowledge the positive impacts that they have had in the community, and we respect the right of every viewer to make their own decisions about who to follow. I've heard the calls for an apology for the damage that was done to Beard's reputation, which I acknowledge my video contributed to. At the end of the day, though, it's Beard's behavior which led to these videos that influenced his reputation, not me explaining why I think artists deserve to be paid. I could have toned down some of the wording of my message, and I apologize if some of those moments were inflammatory. I was upset. This is a huge problem in the industry. It really matters to me and affects me, and I wanted to reflect the weight of that. I've also heard calls to take down the video, and this is something that I have a more fundamental issue with. The first reason being that even if I took it down to try and defuse the situation, which would be unsuccessful, it would wholly misrepresent how I feel about the situation now. Beard messed up. And in his self-righteousness, he has never acknowledged that. And now that this is all boiled back to the surface, I'm being slammed with accusations of things that I did not say. So I'm convinced that the video needs to stay up, if only to show what I did actually say. But at this point, I don't need acknowledgement or remorse. Artists deserve to be paid. This is my life, my greatest passion. I will die on this hill. And I will say it when other artists and other creators do not. Now, you're welcome to agree or disagree with me, and seriously, no hard feelings if, this poisons the rest of my content for you. I understand. But I am resolved, and I don't plan to bend the knee. And this is something that I really hope everyone can understand about me. I do not need a resolution to this if it comes at the cost of undermining or contradicting one of my core principles. So here's what's going to happen. I'm not apologizing for my message, but I am wholeheartedly condemning the harassment, and I hope that it ends for everyone's sake. Beard is going to have to find some closure with that, because if the only way to move forward is for everyone but him to admit fault, that's unrealistic. It belittles the severity of this problem, and it misrepresents what actually happened. How this all resolves is really not up to me at this point. There will be more attacks from both content creators, I am certain. So whether or not you agree or disagree with me, I hope you can understand why I said what I said, why I am vehement about this, and why my position has not changed. I'll be around to answer any questions you have as much as I can. I will try, because I respect your value and I appreciate your honest feedback. Thank you for watching, and Happy New Year.